Hello friends, welcome to my new learning video. Today we are going to learn encapsulation. Encapsulation एक बहुत छोटा टॉपिक है, बट इंटरव्यू में इससे भी क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं और बहुत सारे लोग जो भी हैं इसके बारे में डेप्थ में सही से नॉलेज नहीं होने के कारण सही से उसका आंसर से नहीं कर पाते हैं. बट टुडे वी विल लुक इनटू ऑल द एरिया ऑफ encapsulations एंड व्हाट आर द इंटरव्यू क्वेश्चंस दैट कैन बी आस्क्ड ऑन दिस टॉपिक. ठीक है. सो व्हाट इज encapsulation? Encapsulation is nothing but wrapping the data and methods in a single unit. जो हमारा डेटा एंड मेथड, डेटा मतलब क्या, जब भी एक आप पोजो क्लास क्रिएट करते हो, अगेन व्हाट इज पोजो क्लास? पोजो क्लास मीन्स प्लेन ओल्ड जावा ऑब्जेक्ट. जब हम एक पोजो क्लास क्रिएट करते हैं तो उसमें जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल स्टूडेंट का इंफॉर्मेशन क्या क्या हो सकता है? रोल नंबर, स्टूडेंट नेम, एज, क्लास, राइट, स्टैंडर्ड. सो दोज fields will be declared in that student class, and for those fields will be their setter and getter to set the value and to get the value. So those data means those properties, student id, student name, roll number, age, this is basically data. And methods means setter and getter method. So data and methods in a single unit. So to wrap those data in a single unit is called encapsulation. ठीक है. Encapsulation is done on the implementation level. मैंने लास्ट वीडियो जो किया था एब्स्ट्रैक्शन के ऊपर में, एब्स्ट्रैक्शन में मैंने बोला दैट इज़ ऑन द डिज़ाइन लेवल, बट इनकैप्सुलेशन इज़ ऑन द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन लेवल. बिकॉज क्योंकि यहाँ पर हम एक पोजो क्लास क्रिएट करते हैं और वहाँ पे उसमें रैपिंग ऑफ द डेटा एंड मेथड्स इन ए सिंगल यूनिट मीन्स वहाँ पर जो फील्ड्स डिक्लेयर करते हैं और उसके लिए जो सेटर एंड गेटर मेथड्स क्रिएट करते हैं टू सेट द वैल्यू और टू गेट द वैल्यू, उसको एक यूनिट में हम लोग कंबाइन करते हैं. ठीक है. So that is on the implementation level, but abstraction was on the design level in the last video that I had explained. ठीक है. So encapsulation is also one of the object oriented feature. ठीक है. So these are the basic points about the encapsulation that you can remember. So encapsulation हम लोग कैसे अचीव करते हैं? मैंने एक एग्जांपल से आपको यहाँ पे शो कर रहा हूँ. जैसे एक मैंने क्लास क्रिएट किया एरिया. ठीक है. एरिया private int length, private int breadth. You know why I am mentioned over here private क्या हमारा access modifier है. If I am declaring any property as private, then it will be accessed inside this class only, not outside of this class. ठीक है. So I have declared this property private int length and breadth. So length and breadth is basically data to calculate area. ठीक है. But since this is a private field, so you cannot access this field outside of this class. So to set the value of length and to set the value of breadth, we have the setter and getter for respective property. That means for length there will be setter getter, for breadth there will be setter getter. So I have written over here also setter and getter for length and setter and getter for breadth start over here. So this is the this is the setter and this is basically we are encapsulating मतलब यहाँ पे length and जो setter and getter है is combined in a single unit. You cannot access directly the length outside of the class, but you can set the value using the respective setter method, okay, and get the value of respective getter method. ठीक है. So this is the basic concept of encapsulation. Now you know that what is encapsulation and how you can achieve encapsulation, but interviewer can ask to you that what is the need of encapsulation? Why can't we give this property private int length to public? We can directly set the value of the length and directly set the value of breadth. What is the need of this setter and getter? So we'll talk later, but first I will show you running one program in Eclipse, okay, so that it will be more clear to you that how you can do encapsulation and what is the meaning of this private and setter and getter. So let's go to the Eclipse. So now here you can see that I have created one class student. In the PPT slides I had created a class for area, but here I have created for a student. So likewise you can create for according to any class according to your requirement. मैंने दो क्लास इसलिए क्रिएट किया क्योंकि मैं आपको दो बार समझा सकूं विद द डिफरेंट एग्जांपल्स. तो स्टूडेंट में यहाँ पे मैंने क्या दिया कि प्राइवेट इंट रोल नंबर, सी प्राइवेट स्ट्रिंग स्टूडेंट नेम, प्राइवेट इंट एज. So this is basically data, ठीक है. So data declaration starts, ठीक है. Now I am just pasting over here. ठीक है. सो ये हमारा क्या हुआ कि मैंने यहाँ पे डेटा को डिक्लेयर किया कि एक स्टूडेंट का इंफॉर्मेशन क्या क्या हो सकता है, रोल नंबर, स्टूडेंट नेम, एज, देयर कैन बी अदर प्रॉपर्टी ऑल्सो, ठीक है, देयर कैन बी अदर प्रॉपर्टी ऑल्सो, बट फॉर यू लाइक मैं अभी आपको एक्सप्लेन कर रहा हूँ इसलिए मैंने 2-3 फील्ड बस ले लिया. सो हियर यू कैन सी दैट दिस इज अ प्राइवेट प्रॉपर्टी, ओके, दिस विल नॉट बी एक्सेस्ड आउटसाइड ऑफ द क्लास. सो let's say you are doing something and you have to set the value in this student pojo, okay, object, and then how you can do that using the setter and getter. See, I have created separate method for setter and getter for every fields like roll number, set roll number. So here you can see that the parameter I have passed, I have given the same name, the roll number and the parameter also roll number. It can be different. See, I can give anything. As roll numbers, then I have to give this roll numbers over here, okay. So whenever we are calling the set roll number, since this is public one, so we can call this method outside of the method, okay. So when I will show you from student info, I can show you that this is the main method, okay. Here I am creating I have created one student object. Now I have to call the set roll number. In set roll number I have passed 1, ठीक है. So this int roll numbers, this will be converted into 1 at runtime, and this 1 will be set to this roll number. So ultimately we are setting the value of roll number where in this roll number property, but how? We are not setting directly, we are not calling directly this roll number property because this is private one, cannot be accessed outside, okay. So for encapsulation, 2 steps you must have to follow. You have to give the property as private only, not any other access specifier. If you want to encapsulate 100%, then you have to give here private only. There is no other option, only private. And you can set the value using this setter method and can get the value using the getter method. So this one I had passed coming over here. Now this one is assigning to this roll number, ultimately assigned to this roll number. Now if I want to get the roll number, you can see I had called this student.get roll number. So using this I can get the roll number whatever I had set, ठीक है, for that object. Now the same thing I have done for student name also. This is again private field, student name. So this is the parameter that is coming from when we are setting the value. So dot set student name abc, okay. So abc will come here, abc assigned to student name. Which student name? See, this is a property, but when I click on this student name, it is not pointing to this one, it is pointing to this only. You can see the highlighted color. So this is referenced from here only, okay. This is the way you can see that where this variable is declared. So this is declared in the parameter only, but this is declared in the property of this class student, okay. So setting the student name, this dot student name equal to abc. Using the getter method I can get that abc. The same for the age, ठीक है. So to encapsulate, 2 steps you have to remember: giving the fields as private, data as private, and there will be setter and getter for respective fields, ठीक है. So let me run this program. So this is a pojo class, okay, public class student. This student will be called a pojo class. Pojo मतलब plain old Java object. Now this is student info. I have created one object, have set the value in the roll number, student name, set age, and then calling the getter method to get the value. Let me run this program. See, roll number 1 abc 10. Let me change the roll number also 1 to 10, okay, and the age as 10 to 15, name as abcd. Now what will happen? see roll number 10, ABCD 15. Okay, if I create again different object, okay, let me call all the things again. I am creating one more object of the student. See, since name is the same, so I will have to give different name. Student 1, okay, student 1, student 1, student 1. So what I am doing, roll number 11, name will be XYZ, age will be 20. So now I have created another object of the student Pojo class and have set the value. Now I want to get the value of the student 1. So I will again, I copied that and calling student 1 dot get roll number, student 1 dot get student name will be XYZ, get age will be 20. ठीक है, now I'm going to run this program. See, the first one is roll number 10, ABCD and 15. Now for student 2 roll number 11, XYZ, age 20. ठीक है, so this is the way to encapsulate your data and methods into a single unit. So this is basically encapsulation. Okay, so the same thing I have defined, in the slides as area Pojo class, given the length and breadth, given the setter and getter for respective properties, respective fields. ठीक है, now what is the need of encapsulation? Why encapsulation is needed? Why can't we give this length and breadth as public one? We can, if we give this field as public int length, public int breadth, then we can directly access the length and breadth property of area class. What is the need of doing these extra things? ठीक है, so here I have listed the reasons. Better control means what? To set the value, we you have no control to let's say I am setting the value of length as 10. Okay, in the length I am setting as 10. So the user who is setting the value will set it directly. Okay, now as a developer I will not have any control. Like you are passing 10 and I want to do any modification, then I cannot do those things, right? But since we have the set length method, so if you are setting using the setter method, you are passing 10 in this int length, then I can do any calculations inside this method and eventually can set the length. Okay, so I will have the control to modify the value if according to our business requirement. But if you set the direct value directly in the length, will not have the control for that. So that is the better control. So for that better control we have the getter and setter. Since we have the public one, then there will be if we give this field length and breadth as public, then there will be no use of the getter and setter. ठीक है, so getter and setter gives us the security and the flexibility. Okay, so these are the 4 reasons. All these 4 points are linked with each other. ठीक है, so these are the basically few listed I have listed a few questions that can be asked in interview. What is encapsulation? As I told you, encapsulation means wrapping the data and methods into a single unit. Why encapsulation required? The better control, security, flexibility, getter and setter. Okay, how to achieve encapsulation? You can achieve encapsulation by giving the field as private, so data will be private and there will be setter and getter public method for the respective property. Now I have added one more question, that is difference between encapsulation and abstraction. So those who have seen my video on abstractions can relate now. So the difference between encapsulation and abstraction is, the main difference is that abstraction is done on the design level and encapsulation is done on the implementation level. ठीक है, so these are the basic few questions on encapsulation. So that's it. Thank you guys. And if you have any questions on the abstraction or encapsulation, then please comment in comment box, and please let me know if this video is useful for you. Thank you.